seriously dislike losing. But the game of Survivor has also taught me that your best is good enough, and that you learn to accept those small defeats, but that you still focus on winning the war.
Gentlemen, welcome to the final salvation duel. I can see there is fire in your eyes, both of you. Quite fitting, because this is the last time that you will be competing against one another for the power of salvation, the ability to burn one vote against a player of your choice at Tribal Council.
I know that, Corné doesn't like to lose. I'm just as big a competitor. I don't like losing either. Sometimes you need to be a little bit more relaxed, not worry about, what the challenge at hand is. Forget about what's happening around you and just do what you know you're capable of doing.
Now we know there are only 5 players left, so this is also the most powerful that Salvation Cup will be in this game to date at the next Tribal Council. With that in mind, Corné, who are you playing for? Anyone in particular? Or is it still something that needs to be seen at the end of Tribal Council? Who are you fighting for today?
Mark and I try not to go in with preconceived ideas. We try and go in and listen and understand. The fact that Xavier hasn't won immunity might make for a massive target on his back tonight. Even though there was a different talk, maybe they're trying to blindside us as the captains as to how we'd play it. But I'd be listening very carefully tonight to try and see if I can keep one of the big guns in the game going into the final few.
Right, so apart from the ability to bestow the power of salvation on someone, you're also fighting against one another. And the score so far, Mark, is 3 games to Mark and 2 games to Corné. That means you can either even the playing field, or, Mark, you walk away the victor of the salvation duels. So, great stakes, high stakes in this game. Personal pride at stake as well, Corné. I know that you do not like losing, so I think that's where the fire in the eyes comes from, I'm sure. But this is how it's going to work. It's a very fitting challenge for a final showdown because it's going to test your stamina and your strength. You'll both stand by on a plank that's attached to a pulley and in turn attached to a wooden handle. You will grab on that handle, and on my go, a support plank will be pulled out, and suddenly you will become responsible for carrying your own weight by pushing down on that handle. You'll be keeping yourself up, literally, with your strength. If your feet come off that plank, or if you fall in the water, you're out of this game. Last man standing wins this challenge, walks away with the power of salvation in the form of the Salvation Cup. Make sense? Yeah. Well, let's get to it. Mark Fish and Corné Krige in their final salvation showdown of the season. Captains ready?
Yeah.
Go! Both captains very strong right from the start, each bearing his own weight, your own body, the enemy in this challenge.
And basically it was a tricep exercise. You had to just lock your triceps out and get in a good, comfortable position as low as possible. Obviously, the lower your hands are, the better, because you're closer to your feet.
Knuckles already white with strain.
Both of us are very, we trained. For me, it basically became mind over matter.
Corné is shifting now to try and get comfortable. Feeling it in his legs, arms, shoulders, back. Mark's starting to feel it now. You have to be able to back your body up with your mind in the game of Survivor. Cannot have the one without the other.
At one stage, I was looking at Mark and I could see his arms shivering. Mine were also shivering. And then it's a matter of a mind game, Your body's telling you need to get off, but your mind's got to say, no, I'm going to battle it out as long as I can, and I'm going to make Mark actually earn this victory.
This is where it all culminates. The final challenge between 2 legends. Corné struggling to get that left arm down now. Precarious position he's in now. Turning around. Got to stay on this side, Corné.
I was hanging for as long as possible. I started feeling my hands getting tired and my grip slipping. And what I tried to do is use all my strength that I had left to try and get back up in the original position, which was the best position, is to try and lock your triceps out.
Second breath, second chance. Cornet not giving up. Mammoth effort from him to get back into the first position.
I was probably in a little bit more comfortable position because knowing that it was our last challenge, you know, I couldn't lose.
This is the definition of sheer willpower. He is down. Mark Fish wins the challenge, wins the salvation duel.
I felt very good today. In a challenge like that, you just got to focus on your own abilities, and you know, I was again fortunate to be victorious.
Mark, definitely one of the more challenging physical duels of them all, right?
No, definitely. It was a fantastic duel again, and yeah, I was very fortunate to got in a really good position. And I think it was more that I wanted to beat the rugby player, to show that us footballers aren't all ones that dive around, fall around and look for attention. Some of us are hard workers, and we're stronger than we look.
That is the truth. Football wins 4 games to 2.
Yeah, not happy about that. But well done to Mark. He's a fierce competitor, and he hung in there well.
Cornet is one of my heroes. I'm a big Western Province fan, so you know, I beat my captain that I used to support, but the challenges that we've had, we've both given 150% at it. And yeah, today was my lucky day.
Cornet, you do leave powerless today. You will be powerless at the Tribal Council tonight, but this game has been so much the richer for having you on board. Thank you for joining us.
I must thank you for inviting me, and it's been an absolute pleasure. A journey, as Mark said, and one that I think has changed my life. And my mission is to go back home and to the real world and use some of the principles I've learned and sort of employ them and use them in my area and in the society around me to make a difference, because it's not all about battling your own little battle and making sure that you're okay. It's about when you have in excess of anything that you start sharing and that you start helping other people that are a lot less privileged.
Your involvement is far from over in this game. You still have 1 vote to cast, and that is for a winner at the final Tribal Council.
I look forward to that. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers for well done. Mark deserved to win, and I think he could have hung on probably another 5 minutes, which I would never have been able to do anyway. So I will be ripped off by my rugby mates for losing to a soccer player.
You've said many times, it's the burden you do not want to have, but you do have that power, and you can have an influence. You can potentially change the outcome for one person. You can give them a 1 in 4 shot at that R1 million. You can help them to get to that.
No, definitely. You know, once again, you've given me this burden, but you know, it's got to a point where I need to now take that responsibility and use it in the way that I think is the fittest, the best possible way. And once again, it'll be, you know, listening at Tribal Council, and I still will give it to someone who I feel is a deserved winner of it, and someone to help them, you know, as you said, give them a 1 in 4 chance for that R1 million. So I'll be listening carefully, and I'm hoping to make the right decision.
I'm sure you will. And like I said to Cornet, your presence in this game has been incredible to have around, and your influence on your tribe mates, a testament to the kind of person and player that you are. Thank you for that.
No, thank you, Nico, and it was good seeing you. I think I saw you 21 years ago when we matriculated together, so thank you very much.
Once again, you do leave with the Salvation Cup, and the power of salvation is yours to bestow. Use it wisely.